Hi, Greg the Brickitect here. Today we'll be taking a look at the second build from the 3-in-1 Creator Set 5867 Super Speedster. I really love the original build from this. It was a sports car and everything about it was great. And I went into the second build of this with high expectations, and I thought it was really nice that they had an SUV to offset the sports car of the original build. But after I started building it and after seeing it in its final form, there's a lot about this second build that I really don't like, and I'll take some time to go over that with you here today. I usually like to be positive, and I feel like this review is going to come off as a rant because of how negative it's going to seem, but there is a lot about this vehicle that I really don't like. Starting with the front end, I'm not a big fan of the grille, how it goes vertically like that, and I don't like the vertical headlights, and the turn signal lights are fog lights as opposed to being on the side. I would have preferred the orange lights that you see at the bottom of the vehicle to be on the sides where the turn signals are, and then put the fog lights down where the orange pieces are. So if they flipped that around and maybe gave this a different scale, I think it would have worked a lot better from the front end. I will say that I like the little hood scoop that they have on the hood of the vehicle, and I like the use of the flat tiles along with the regular pieces because it gives a little bit of texture. So there's a little bit of positive on the front end for you. The side of the SUV is a mixed bag as well. I like how the doors open and close. That's one of the only moving functions that you'll find on this build other than the wheels, and then the mirrors also move, but you're probably going to keep those stationary, and I like how they made the mirrors the way they did. What I don't like about the side of the vehicle are the tiny back windows and that tan trim piece that runs along the floorboard between the wheels. Another thing that bugs me about the side, and this is really nitpicky, but it's my OCD kicking in, I think. You see this white piece here that's a full piece? When you spin this vehicle around, because they only included one of those, this side is broken up into smaller pieces, and that really doesn't look very good and really bugs me considering that the other side's different. Had they both been the same, I probably would have been okay with it. I mentioned the mirrors in that last little bit, and I noticed as I was filming that the one mirror was on backwards. So this is how the mirrors are supposed to look. They have the gray pieces on this side, and the front looks like that, and they should both be on the same way. So that's what it should look like when they're all together. I don't know how many people notice that, but it just goes to show you that even after all these years, you can still make mistakes when you're putting stuff together. Here's the back of the SUV, and by far, this has got to be the worst part about this build. The back of this just looks awful. There is no bumper, really. I mean, they had the red piece going across in the middle where the taillights are, but what's really disappointing about this is that this piece doesn't open. You can't get inside there at all. There's no way to access it. And then also from the back, if you look down here, this suspension area is terrible. If this is supposed to be an off-road SUV, look at how this is set up. The way they have those boxes there, it really takes away from that, and you can see it from the front and the back. There's really no ground clearance in this at all, and that really takes away from it for me. In terms of a realistic aspect, I mean, it's fine for a toy, but for if you're really trying to model this after an SUV, that just doesn't work out very well, and I think that's just really poorly done. I'm not happy with the back of this whatsoever. Here's a look at the roof. Again, more mistakes are made here. I'm not a big fan of this wing that they put onto the back that you see right here. Other than that, it's fine, but unlike the sports car, there's no way to get inside this, so when you end up clipping this off, all kinds of pieces come with it. There's no quick release, but I will take that off just so you can see the inside. You got the blue seats in there again that they had to use because of the Super Speedster's blue seats, and then the dash. Very basic, but it works for the build. I do like the windshield, the way they clip that in there. I didn't really think to use the pieces like that. That just kind of clips in. Normally this would be the bottom part of the windshield, so it'd be more of a flat slant, almost like you saw in the Super Speedster, but I do like that. But unfortunately, again, the pieces are all breaking off. There's no good way to get that off. And the backside, there is really no space in there, even though you can't access it anyway because there's no way to open that. They should have put some type of hinge on there so you can get in, get rid of this center piece here, and then make a little quick release so you can get the top of this off a little bit easier rather than destroying it like I just did. So that's my review of the secondary build from LEGO Creator 5867 Super Speedster. This SUV is disappointing in so many ways. All my expectations that I had in building this were really let down after I saw it come together and just how poorly executed it is. And it's such a shame after how well the Super Speedster was done that this was so bad. But there is one more build left, and I intend to build that now after seeing how bad this is. There has to be some redemption here. So I will have that for you here in an upcoming video. I thank you for watching this one, as negative as it was, and I'll have more videos up here soon.